What's up guys, how you doing? This video will be quite simple and fast. I want to show you how you can make your tracks stand out more and just have some kind of character. And quite frankly, they don't have to be these big things that people notice or pick up, like obviously. It could be like just little stuff, but I'm going to show you what I like to do to make my stuff stand out and how I kind of get my signature stuff, and let's get to it. So for those who watch my channel quite often, you kind of know that I have like a sound where I like to use pads and these ambient textures and things like that, and I'm going to kind of just show you my foundation sound, and then I'm going to get to like the things that make it stand out. So here's the first sound. So it's kind of like the idea of the track. And in my opinion, if you already have a foundational sound you tend to go with, you already have half of it done. And then next, I like to usually have like stuff that just complements it, like some kind of bell. I think this is a bell. Yeah, something like that is what I like to have. Like usually they have just a couple notes in the MIDI, so it's not overpowering everything. And then I have the complementing sounds, things I just kind of add on to the foundation just to give it some more character and some more life. Usually the sound tends to be more hollow so that it just kind of goes on top of the sound. It kind of coats it, but it's not replacing the sound. You hear that difference? The first sound was a little bit more thicker. Although it was a pad, it had like some kind of rough texture at the tail end of the sound when it's playing, but this one was more like just like a ghostly sound. And then for my basses, they're usually quite simple. They're just like sub sometimes. They could be 808s, but most of the time they're just sub basses. It's kind of the idea. I'm not going to play the whole thing because it's kind of simple. Now I'm going to get into what really makes my stuff stand out. So here's what I call like the complementary synths, or like the ear candy stuff. When I play it, it sounds kind of chaotic like this. And maybe in some instances the sound can work depending on the genre and how you put it, but with what I'm going for, it doesn't really fit. I'll even play it with like the other melodies I just played for you, just to kind of show you like how it doesn't really work. Like, do you hear how it just kind of stands out, but like not in a way that I want to? Like, it just hurts your ears almost, where it's like, why is this even in the track? Like, this doesn't even like add on to this musically or artistically like in a good way at all. But what I did was I added some stuff to it. I had GateLab to really mess with that volume and to give it that just glitchy feel, and then this compressor to kind of like just bring out the highs a little bit more, and then some echo and delay to really give it some good space and that good bounce, and then of course for some more space to add some reverb to give it that good room. And with all these, you'll get this. And then I did the same thing with that GateLab thing on my hi-hats. So I'm going to play this beat, but first without the effects added on my hi-hats and on that one synth. And then I'm going to play the beat with the effects after.